It's a cold night, sitting in my car with a dim light. Need a job, I can't do anything right. Delivery, cleaning up down the mall. I ain't sure this even the right call. I head out into the local bar. My legs feel like tar. I walk up to the stage, put my mouth to the mic and read off of the page. My parents said life's rough, but I'm tough. I just have to work hard enough. Say days are never all sunny, and you know that's funny, 'cause I see folks around that always have money. Spitting fire and I'm feeling so bad. People cheering like they're mad. Walking off the stage feeling no shame. Realizing I just got my first taste of fame. I take my thoughts and put them to the paper. I get out to rap, nothing feels greater. Going on like this for about a week. Never messing up, building my streak. My parents said life's rough, but I'm tough. I just have to work hard enough. Say days are never all sunny, and you know that's funny, 'cause I see folks around that always have money. People offering, I don't know what they're dealing. Everywhere I go I see opportunities revealing. I get out of my place, a big smile on my face. This might just be my saving grace. I get in my car, things are going well so far. The building I drive by looks nice, people passing by like mice. That's leading up to the sky, floors going up so high. A man in a suit comes up to meet me. Says my songs are what he wants to see, but honestly, they aren't what they used to be. My parents said life's rough, but I'm tough. I just have to work hard enough. Say days are never all sunny, and you know that's funny, 'cause I see folks around that always have money. I go up to a new floor, feeling way more nervous than before. I'm headed to the business's core. I end up in the studio and realized that this moment's what I fantasized. So I walk over to the mic and say the rhymes that I memorized. I'm suddenly filled with dread. I see the producer shaking his head, probably wondering what he should have done instead. I get sent out, but there isn't any time to pout. I gotta work and improve. No matter what I do, I gotta move. I got a point to prove. My parents said life's rough, but I'm tough. I just have to work hard enough. Say days are never all sunny, and you know that's funny, 'cause I see folks around that always have money. I spent several days working hard in many ways, feeling drowsy and in a daze. I'm editing, revising, it feels paralyzing, and without even realizing, I finish my new song. I start recording it, and before long, I get a letter at my door, a different business than before. They tell me that they want to see what I work for. Right after this, I rehearse over and over till my throat hurts. Then I do it all again, drive it to this new place and we begin. My parents said life's rough, but I'm tough. I just have to work hard enough. Say days are never all sunny, and you know that's funny, 'cause I see folks around that always have money. I do the same as last time, rap until my last rhyme, and when I reach my last line, I'm feeling weak to my knees, praying to God please. Then I get my feedback and I feel at ease. The owner says I'm pretty good, asks if I can write more and I should. Days are never all sunny, and you know that's funny, 'cause I see folks around that always have money. The records are made in a day, I'm worried what people are gonna say, but either way, my song was out for people to play, and it was on that very day that my song blew everyone away. My parents said life's rough, but I'm tough. Life's rough, but I'm tough. Life's rough, but I'm tough. I woke up feeling queasy, standing up wasn't easy, so I just lay there in bed, feeling aches in the head, knowing that it happened again. I see a bottle of whiskey, maybe it'll assist me. I reach for it, knowing very well that I shouldn't, so instead I just stay there and wonder how I made it all the way to where I am now. I still got my reputation, despite all the temptation, that ain't a new realization. I got this hole to get out of, which I don't like the sound of. My addiction isn't anything to be proud of. I was about 18 when it all began. I was hanging with my friends, it still haunts me even then. One of them went up to the next floor, opened their desk like a drawer. They put out a glass for me to pour. I had gladly accepted, not knowing what I expected. I saw this not to be rejected, and after I took that first drink, my life went down, worse than you could never think. I still got my reputation, despite all the temptation, that ain't a new realization. I got this hole to get out of, which I don't like the sound of. My addiction isn't anything to be proud of. When I graduated, I had lost everything. My girlfriend, my friends, I wasn't sure of anything. My drinking only got worse. I kept going, but it hurt. The one day I got careless, I got caught and felt lifeless. My dad was ashamed, my mother thought I was insane. They didn't waste a minute packing up all of it. They kicked me out of their home, I felt sad and alone, but my only way to condone was to drink more while I was chilled to the bone. I still got my reputation, despite all the temptation that ain't a new realization. I got this hole to get out of, which I don't like the sound of. My addiction isn't anything to be proud of. I finally get up and change, my body's still feeling strange. I get ready for the day, empty bottles in every way. I'm not sure what to say, my head continues to hurt. I sigh heavily as I walk over to work. I make it to the store feeling sad. I can tell my boss is mad. The day was long and drowsy, like the world had moved on without me. It was dark and I lost my sight. I promised myself I wouldn't drink tonight, but then the sun came up alright. I was in the same situation that I was last night. I still got my reputation, despite all the temptation that ain't a new realization. I got this hole to get out of, which I don't like the sound of. My addiction isn't anything to be proud of. It was clear I needed help, I couldn't fix this by myself, so I decided to call and say I wasn't healthy. While I searched for a new place that could have helped me. While I searched for the screen, I found a new place that could stop my drinking. I followed the address as I followed the rest, arriving in a new scene with a lot of people like me. In the middle of this therapy, the leader came over and helped me, so there I listened to the other stories. I show up now there twice a week with no end, finally making some new friends. I see some change every time I walk in. I still got my reputation, despite all the temptation that ain't a new realization. I'm overjoyed at how it goes, letting go of my woes. I can finally work and think, and now for once I can go a night without a drink. I got this hole to get out of, which I don't like the sound of. My addiction isn't anything to be proud of. Not like I'm unlucky, I'm not exactly plucky, but this life is always sucky. You go to sleep, you ain't got shots, it really feels like your life stops. This hell, no one is really rich or really poor if you get the sitch. Robberies are an everyday scene, hell I've done too if you know what I mean. Can't say my life is really clean, it's not like I make enough cash, some of my meals have been out of the trash. It wasn't monsters that made the city hell, it was people looking to sell. They're growing drug business as well, and you know what they all play. It's all just the same thing, different day. Same thing, different day, same thing, different day. Nobody cares what you gotta say, not like I bother anyway. In this world you either do or you don't try. You stay sober or get high, but either way I ain't gonna lie. Everybody here knows you're gonna die. Been working here since I was 9, I got beat up if I ever stepped out of line. But now in this time, I get high to forget that they were even mine. Now I know that that's messed up, but I get what you're obsessed of. So this story I'll finish the rest of. Goons will follow their boss's lead, they provide them all they need. Not likely that drugs will ever recede, but the good thing is that you always know where to buy weed. I see people dealing them in an alleyway. Lucky I never forgot to pay, but in here things will never go your way. Or maybe they just may, but in this hell it's all just the same thing, different day. Same thing, different day, same thing, different day. Nobody cares what you gotta say, not like I bother anyway. In this world you either do or you don't try. You stay sober or get high, but either way I ain't gonna lie. Everybody here knows you're gonna die. People in those gang wars, one person does something bad and then more. Glad I've never been through one before, but you're probably wondering if this place is so bad, why don't I just leave? Well, the answer is what you're about to receive. Now I know this may sound like a sin, but the city is the only place that I fit in. Here everything is pretty much legal. The city will be looked down by the bald eagle. Sometimes I go out and I spit fire on the mic. I do that just about every night, and if things go right, this may just be the last time I sleep in my bed tonight. But until then, you all know what they say, it's all just the same thing, different day. Same thing, different day, same thing, different day. Nobody cares what you gotta say, not like I bother anyway. In this world you either do or you don't try. You stay sober or get high, but either way I ain't gonna lie. Everybody here knows you're gonna die. Same thing, different day. Same thing, different day.
terrorist of fascism, people spreading racism, bombings and genocide, heroin and cyanide. Fighting has been around since the start of our time. It makes it feel like less of a crime. Acceptance has been folded with creases. The world's broken with no one to pick up the pieces. Friends are turning on friends, sister turning on brother. Everyone is acting like they ain't got mothers. Where does it even end? Is this the message we're going to send? Who knows what's hiding around the bend? Our problems are popping up in solutions. For starters, we got popping pollution. And to follow that with greed, where people think more than they need. If only these problems would recede, but things are always just as they appear. But it makes you wonder, how did we get here? How did we get to where we are now? We shouldn't be living in fear. That fact is often not clear, but the only question is how. How the hell did we get here? Because trouble is always near. This is all stuff with cop cheese, hate crimes and neo-Nazis. People argue what caused these. A shame that we did this to ourselves. Everyone thinking for themselves. Those are the stories on our shelves. Cause there are people who want to do harm. This is a real cause for alarm. There are people going with racial slurs, saying without thinking about who it hurts. We're clouded with discriminating and hating, but never changing. Do you get what I'm saying? Cause there's a fine line between non and anti-racist. If you're non, then you're not doing it lots of different places. Anti can be stopping in many different cases, but right now we ain't moving, we're all just in stasis. And it makes you wonder, how the hell did we get here to where we are now? Which we shouldn't be living in fear. The fact is not often clear. The only question is how the hell did we get here? There are people worried that they won't see next year. There are some who are too lazy or too sick to work, and that's just how it works on this blue sphere. And then there are just the jerks. Hate is spreading like a pandemic with corrupt government and scams. It's just a slaughter, we're the lambs. And then we got the drug epidemic, smuggled in concrete. People selling it to make ends meet. And then the people who want more, they make people more addicted than before. And as tobacco recedes, they make a new weed with flavors and colors. They kill our sisters and brothers regardless of what is told to them by their mothers. We just need help from one another. If only these problems would disappear. You need something big to make them hear. I mean, I ain't no Shakespeare, but it makes you wonder, how the hell did we get here? To get to where we are now, we shouldn't be living in fear. The fact is not often clear. The only question is how. How the hell did we get here? At some house somewhere, but not now. I'm gonna make it big, that's my vow. Go further than you'll allow. The worst that can happen is you fail, and then you just start a new trail. You gotta know when to bail, or you end up dead or in jail. But that won't be a tale, cause I'm a new king, all hail. So let me put you up to speed. Sports don't always help you succeed. Trick people to get what you need, or else you'll never be freed. Just don't get swallowed up by your own greed. You gotta fight every single day, or else you'll just be prey. You better find your own way, cause good things will never ever stay. That's all I'm gonna say, and if you're not, your life I dread. 24/7, you just have to look ahead. You just have to try until you're dead. A reputation will be hard to embed. You should never pull that thread, and that is enough said. Keep your eyes open, and just look ahead. This ain't no longer pretend, a clear message I'm trying to send. You gotta stick to your friends, the ones that'll be with you till the end. Cause people will use you for gain, no matter how much pain you obtain. They'll continue to mess with your brain, and I know it's insane, but that's life, simple and plain. And when trouble overwhelms, they'll throw you to the wolves to save themselves. That's just our reality. Until you'll realize the gravity, you'll have to face the brutality. Cause in war there is no neutrality. There's a way to hurt that don't spill blood, like people leaving you in the mud. Just try not to be misled. 24/7, you have to look ahead. You just have to try until you're dead. A reputation will be hard to embed. You should never pull that thread, and that is enough said. Keep your eyes open and just look ahead, or else the world will have your head. So push on until you ascend, or from most descend. But even then, until then, time will feel like it'll never end. Doing desperate things I never recommend. Shady people can be around the bend. You don't wanna end up covered in red. You just have to keep your head low, because you never know when you have to go. Your life shouldn't be a show. Most of them try to make a big fall down below, so you can make less enemies. People have been fighting for centuries, leaving some with horrible memories. So let me please tell you to put things at ease. Don't do anything not necessary, cause you don't wanna make your own bed. Otherwise you'll die alone instead. 24/7, you have to look ahead. Just have to try until you're dead. A reputation will be hard to embed. You should never pull that thread. That is enough said. Keep your eyes open and just look ahead. Being the new guy isn't easy, everyone just says please me. Well, I'm about to make a day to prove that I'm more than people say. I ain't gonna be your jester, and I won't be treated any lesser. I gotta work up the ladder till it won't even matter. My words will soon scatter. I write songs to reinvent the rapping name. That's the point of the game, that's why I came. To prove that you're not the same as the rest of those so you can claim fame. I do nothing but spew flames, cause I'm going to free the beast. Roast y'all and feast, I won't settle for peace. So these fire rhymes I'ma release. Do they want a round in the ring? The spoils is what they'll bring. Because I'm the king, I'm building my way up from here. And you can see that's the thing, nobody starts in the clear. Everyone's had their beginning. And now I'm the king, I'm the king. My reputation hangs by a string. These days people die for saying, but it ain't over till the sirens sing. And that's why you gotta make a pot, or else you'll be stuck selling pot. One remove or your jail or shot. This world's gonna leave you to rot. Because times are tough, I won't get dragged out in cuffs. You can end up in some deep stuff. I can put my hands up and say enough, but I don't break that quick. Don't make me sick, I'll come back in with a brick. Cause up my sleeve there's always a trick. Most my operations don't last till spring, so you better get finished before the cops sting. My rap is about to ring. Because I'm the king, I'm building my own from here. And you'll see that's the thing, nobody starts in the clear. Everyone's had their beginning, and now I'm the king, I'm the king. You better know what you're doing, you're back, you'll need to be looking. This life will leave you as a husk, leave you in the dust. It's a cage that doesn't rust, but I'll do what I must. And I won't let them get in my way. Not tomorrow, not today. My trump card I oughta play, and those who betray will pay. And I don't care who I make cry to get by. I ain't gonna lie, someday you gotta die. So just keep your head down, don't try to take my crown. You can't take, only earn. That's a lesson that you'll have to learn, and into your brain you should burn. Who knows what the future will bring? Don't mess with the king, cause I'm the king, I'm building my way up from here. And you see that's the thing, nobody starts in the clear. Everyone's had their beginning, and now I'm the king, I'm the king. But I gotta do it to survive. I'm too far to go back. Once that good is in your system, your brain is under attack. For those that are deprived, I could end up on the edge of a knife. This job may maintain and end my life. You gotta be good to die, there ain't no second try. Drug business sounds fun, that's a lie. Rent a bill, money, I got a cough. You gotta kill to get up the ladder, and then you die and it don't matter. But whatever you do, don't fall off. You gotta cook up a plot, or you end up in jail or shot. So I value what I got, if only it didn't come from pot. Inform or admit defeat, cause you don't wanna be in the heat. And I have to do this just to make ends meet. Why do I have to destroy so that I can eat? I wish I didn't have to work while packing heat. Hopefully I can stop working in the street. I work hard for a life that I can't complete. To keep my life together, I have to make ends meet. Most of it'll just go to the guy in the beard. seat. Bad things happen to those who cheat, and when a person comes to me for the first time, I wonder how long they'll stay on this line before they go sober or die. It disgusts me what they'll do to get high. Every exchange, you can see it in their eyes. I never learn about the lies. I give death in a need to look back, and I don't mean that to brag. I'm just happy I never started, or else my sanity would have departed. Who knows where that journey would have charted? You couldn't do something bad before you black out, but that's not what this is about. The world sucks and people look for a way out. Muggers ought to see me as fresh meat. For my mom and my brother, I keep it discreet, and I have to do this just to make ends meet. Why do I have to destroy life so that I can eat? I wish I didn't have to work while pack and eat. Hopefully I can stop working in the street. I work hard for a life I can't complete. To keep my life together, I have to make ends meet. The epidemic ain't helping me. I'm just working until I'm obsolete. Getting killed by my own is what I fear. Everywhere there's ears, and death is always near. I gotta work to get me out of here, where I can drive without being stopped, where I can leave my door unlocked. Another plan I need to concoct, cause my life sure as hell is not. That ain't asking for a lot. I just don't wanna die by gunshot or garrote, jump to left to rot, cause the makers won't be caught. The drug game is bigger than everyone knows, not just smuggled through clothes. It goes without saying, these are pros. Imagine how far it goes. I'll just have to try till I make my feet, and I have to do all of this just to make ends meet.